Not AOC throwing shade and discouraging leftists from challenging Hakeem Jefferies. Yes, Councilman Osei of New York announced that he will be challenging Hakeem Jefferies. And you know what AOC had to say? She certainly doesn't think it's a good idea to primary challenge the leader at this moment in time. This is your progressive champion. This woman is your leftist queen. She couldn't even give a good reason as to why she doesn't think it's a good idea to challenge Hakeem Jefferies, ladies and gentlemen, which is hilariously ironic because in order for AOC to win, she had to primary Joe Crowley, who was the leader of the Democratic caucus and was set up and in line to replace Nancy Pelosi as a leader of the Democrats in the House. Looks like AOC has finally completed her transition from leaving the squad to joining the mafia. Democratic mafia, I mean. Oh, but ladies and gentlemen, I haven't forgotten. It was just last week that a lot of y'all were calling me crazy for suggesting that Mamdani also didn't support Osei's run against Hakeem Jefferies. Despite Osei supporting Mamdani, despite Osei being an advocate and a friend of Mamdani, Mamdani said that I believe there are many ways right here in New York City to both deliver on affordability agenda and to take on the authoritarian administration in the White House when he was asked about Osei.
Let me talk about Hakeem Jefferies for a moment, who now may face a challenge from Osei, who is a member of the DSA. You said that there are local issues that Mr. Osei should be focused on, maybe should remain a councilman. Are you saying he should not run against Hakeem Jefferies?
No, I'm saying that I think the focus should be right here on New York City. I respect the work that Councilmember Osei has done.
But what does that mean? Should he not run?
I think that right now is not the time to be engaging in that kind of a primary. I think the focus should be on delivering on this affordability agenda.
In other words, when offered an opportunity to dispel the claims that he will not be supporting Osei and instead will be backing Jeffries, he did not dispel those claims. If anything, he just kind of doubled down. So two quote unquote progressives from New York have just thrown the left under the bus again after taking a bunch of y'all money, using the clout that y'all gave them, and making a bunch of promises they had zero intention on keeping. And y'all still think this party and these motherfuckers are redeemable. Hell, in a recent meeting with Jerry Nadler, Mamdani discouraged his supporter from explaining why leftists are anti-Zionist. But this is supposed to be y'all pro-Palestine champion.
And I heard that in this meeting, another elected starts explaining to Nadler basically why progressives and leftists believe or make a priority of anti-Zionism. And that Mamdani looks at said person and tells them to stop and says, this is not what we're here to do. We're not here to try to talk Jerry Nadler into some position he doesn't have. We're fine with the position he has. I can tell you for a fact, he is in those rooms telling them to stop.
He's trying to discourage leftists from moving Democrats on their pro-Zionist position. AOC is refusing to support progressive challengers from New York who want to oust establishment Democrats because they're leaders, despite the fact that her whole career is predicated on a victory that came against a leader of the Democratic Party. So explain to me once again how we're supposed to redeem a genocidal, psychopathic party. It's time to abolish these motherfuckers, because the main impediment to progress, at least from a leftist perspective, are the Democrats who keep pretending they want the same things as you and then telling you to fuck off when you try to actually fight for change. So how's reforming the Democratic Party going for you, social Democrats? Because I thought the point of everyone getting behind Mamdani, despite the fact that he was joining the Democratic mafia to try and win the mayor of New York, was to reform the Democratic Party from the inside. But many of us try to tell you don't reform the Democratic Party from the inside. Once you get inside, it reforms you. And y'all attacked us for it. Y'all said him being pro-Palestine was a victory, and yet he chose to maintain the very Zionist commissioner who was present when students were getting the shit kicked out of them for being part of pro-Palestinian protests. Them's y'all's people. Go get them. The same way y'all was in my comments defending Mamdani, the same way y'all been in my comments for years making an excuse for AOC, I want y'all to keep that same energy and go get those people that's supposed to be reforming that party y'all think can be reformed. Because we told y'all and y'all ain't want to listen.